Voting in the by-election for Mulgrave in Victoria's southeast is well underway. The two major parties both have something to prove, while a well-known independent is hoping second time is the charm. Let's go live to Holly Edwards-Smith, live from Noble Park in Victoria. Holly, good morning to you. So what makes this by-election interesting? Because it's certainly only hours away until we'll know the results.
Janie, it certainly is. Well, the former Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews was a polarising figure, and he has been the only member for the electorate of Mulgrave. It's an electorate in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. It's pretty diverse and covers an area of just over 35 square kilometres. Since its inception in 2002, it's only been held by Labor, with its one member, of course, again being the former Premier Daniel Andrews. Hoping to retain this seat for the Labor Party is their candidate, Eden Foster. She's been the mayor of the city of Greater Dandenong, but has stepped aside to focus on campaigning. She says issues affecting people in this electorate today are cost of living and also public education. And despite Mr Andrews' legacy within Victoria and a number of controversies over the COVID lockdowns, she says she's not quite feeling that pressure when it comes to her campaign, with voters ready for a change and not carrying on any opinions they may have of the former Premier onto her campaign. Other candidates include Courtney Mann for the Liberal Party. This is being seen as one of John Pesutto, the opposition leader's first tests. It's not the first by-election since the last state election. We did see the by-election in Warrandyte successful for the Liberals, but the Labor Party didn't put up a candidate there. So this is the first by-election since the last state election where Liberal and Labor can go head-to-head, and the Liberal Party will certainly be hoping to do better than they did in November 2022. Because in that election, it was independent Ian Cook, a local person here in Mulgrave, who was Daniel Andrews' biggest competitor at the state election. He got 19% of the primary vote, and after preferences lost to Daniel Andrews 61 to 39. But he was incredibly happy with that performance, and he's hoping to do one better this time and win this seat. He says people in Mulgrave are looking to turn away from the traditional two parties.
If I was the Labor candidate, I have to represent Labor first and the electorate second. And we don't see that the way democracy should be working. I should be representing the people of Mulgrave first, and then, if you're in a party second. So being an independent and not being bound by those has, really struck a chord with a lot of people.
Janie, since 2010, turnout at by-elections in Victoria has been increasingly lowering, and it is expected that there will be a lower voter turnout here in Mulgrave than previous by-elections. So Labor have been out in full force, because typically a lower voter turnout does result in a lower Labor vote. The Premier, Jacinta Allen, will be out campaigning alongside Labor candidates later, perhaps getting a sausage sizzle at Mulgrave Primary School or whichever polling booth they do attend. But it's certainly not long now until votes will start to be counted, and we'll find out who will be the second ever representative for the seat of Mulgrave in Melbourne's southeast.